This is what's going on, and Trump's been proven right again. Let's play part of this CNN piece. Here it is.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington City, D.C.
Back it up. Let's just split screen. Reliable sources, everything. We're reliable. Like a white truck pulls up at the playground. He goes, we have free candy. We have puppies. We have comic books. That's the equivalent, to kids of reliable sources. Oh, look, there's a puppy painted on the side of the truck. Oh, hi, come on in the back of the truck. Come on, America. Come in here so we can strangle you, enslave you, control you. Look at this guy. Look at who they've got to hire to be traitors now. I mean, does that guy look like he's a chump or what? But then he acts like a big, fat chump. Oh, thanks for joining us here on Reliable Creeper Van. It should be called here on Reliable Rape America Van, here on Reliable Creeps. We've already gang raped you hard. We're not done. We take you, but put these handcuffs on and we'll go easy on you. Listen, put the handcuffs on, he's saying. So let's go back to put the handcuffs on and everything will be okay. That's the name of the show. Not Reliable Sources. I'm going to sit here and decipher the whole thing. Here, let's start over. I just pumped the dog look guy. Here it is.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today.
Don't stop again. Back it up again. I'm Brian Stilter. I stilt the facts and I'm a con man. We're manipulating you in Alex Jones's opinion. Here, let me look at this guy. I guarantee you, this chump can't get women if he tried. $1 million on it. I mean, he's got a CNN job, his little nerd tie, all of it. This guy's a punk. This guy's an anti-American rat. This guy's an enemy. Let's go back to him.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today.
Let's finish up. He can't even read off the teleprompter. I'm live in D.C. D.C. today. I'm in D.C. I'm in D.C. That means I matter. I'm in D.C. I'm in D.C. I'm big. I'm mommy. Look at me on TV. I lie for the big foreign Chinese government. Sorry, let's back him up again. Start from the beginning. Sorry.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today.
Hold on, back it up. Get it out. It's D.C. District of Criminals. Get it out. He's the real man. Look at him. He's got his eyes kind of narrowed. Like, he's kind of, I'm a CNN reporter. Whoa. James Bond. No one can stop him. Powerful, manly, strong. He will teach you. Let's go back to Mr. Stilted on CNN. Here it is.
Maybe you do too.
Maybe. See, here's the psychology. I've got real issues with Trump. Maybe you do too. To the viewer, maybe you're like me. Only folks you're getting is people that are near brain-dead nursing homes, bro. I was in one today. Come to me. Oh, maybe you feel like me too. I mean, when you hear somebody going, oh, it's just all these tricks they use. Here, let's just go back to him.
Deny reality on a daily basis.
Back the whole thing up. I got to start from the beginning. Deny reality on a daily basis that Hillary was invincible and could never be beaten and was 50. CNN had polls where she was 50 points ahead of Trump. How the hell is that possible? Look at that little smiley punk face. All he's got is a little con man face. Like, can't even do it. That's what you see when you're chained up in the basement. The door opens. Here it comes. Let's continue.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today. All I have today are questions. Maybe you do too. Will President Trump...
No, all I'm going to do is lie all day. I don't have questions. It isn't a question. He comes right out and says it's verifiably a lie that this is all scientific. He opens up an area of your brain that's of questions where you're open and looking. Then he tells you he's absolutely a fraud, lying to you constantly. All of this is written by psych warfare chiefs, little chicken neck psychiatrists behind the scenes, flapping their fingers, hoping to screw America over because they'll be manly someday if they can just dominate those big men they see at the grocery store and drive in those big trucks. They scare them. So, if I can just dominate the other men on the modern battlefield, here, let me type like they do. Here you go. Because they're so scared. Oh, God, the Midwest men, they've got guns. Oh, my God. Just all of it's about they're manly, they dominate us, they're tough, they're cool, they're smart. Because the real men don't want to dominate anybody. We're so dominant we can't even handle all the victory. Meanwhile, being run over by parasites like you. Everything he says is to hurt you and your family. Here, back it up from the start again. I'm sorry.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today. All I have today are questions. Maybe you do too. Will President Trump deny reality on a daily basis? Will he make up his own false facts and fake stats? If so, what will the consequences be?
Okay, pause. What will the consequences be for the president? They mean the American people that elected him. It's all about consequences. What do we do? How do we impeach him? How do we destroy him? Let's continue.
Give up trying to fact check? Is that the goal?
Pause. Give up trying to fact check. That's because you've already given up. We already hate you. We already know you're a fraud. We're just putting a tombstone on the pile of manure. Go ahead.
Down to wear us out.
Hey, pause.
What will you...
See, wear us out. They're trying to, hell, what I tell you? They're trying to break our will and wear us out. Do I look worn out, boy? You look worn out. I bet your family are a bunch of soft, cowardly, ugly-looking people. I don't mean that to be mean, but you know what? You want to wear us out? You look like a pile of dishonorable trash. People like you didn't found this country. You can't fight your way out of a wet paper bag, scumbag. It's why you went and found the most evil organization you could and groveled to it. Because weak people grovel at the altar of evil. Well, guess what? I don't. And I see you. Continue.
At home trust. Who will you trust? Is this all accidental?
Who will you trust, this little creepy son of a bitch, or your own gut and reality? Continue.
Or is the Trump administration creating confusion and sowing division on purpose?
Everything he says is what they're doing. Creating division, sowing distrust, that's in the WikiLeaks. How do we keep them desperate? How do we confuse them? The answer is cultural warfare. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's the official WikiLeaks. So everything he's telling you, he now puts in a teleprompter that Trump's doing. Trump, we're unifying red blood as Americans, coming together of every race, color, and creed for innovation in life. We need to all hire each other and work with each other and be loving and believe in God. Meanwhile, Trump's trying to divide us. Here comes a million women screaming he's an effing white male. All whites are bad, funded by this guy's bosses. Continue.
The idea to force voters to choose between the reporters and the commander-in-chief, to cast doubt on the media so much that you just give up and trust nothing.
Hey, pause again. Oh, yes, you just give up and trust. No, don't give up, our few final viewers. As the Gallup poll goes up for Trump, don't give up. Come back to us, because that's all there is us. That's all there is CNN and Joker Boy reading off somebody else's teleprompter writing. Don't give up. Stay with us. To believe in hope, unity. That's all we push is disunity, but it doesn't matter. Just don't give up. Continue, please.
Is Trump gaslighting us? Trying to manipulate?
Oh, hit pause again. Oh, my God. We have introduced the term in modern culture of gaslighting. It's when somebody punches you right in the nose and tells you they didn't do it. They tell you Obamacare is free when it's not. They tell you Hillary's going to win. She's invincible when she was way behind. They tell you she's in the best shape of her life when she's dying. That's called gaslighting. It's called telling you that there aren't any IRS agents or penalties for Obamacare. Continue.
Make you doubt your own eyes? Does he know what gaslighting means?
Hit pause. That we don't have our own eyes. He's sitting here saying what I was saying 20 years ago. You can see through them. You've got your own eyes. They're a pack of liars. We're going to stop them. They're going to build a world government. They're going to go after our families. Then they did everything I said. See, here's the difference, bro. We're right. You're wrong. What we say comes true. What you say doesn't. See how that works? I don't read off a teleprompter, little man. Keep going.
Here's another question. Will Trump's staffers lie for him? Does Sean Spicer remember saying this?
Hit pause. Here's another question. Will they lie for him? Implying he's this big liar and wants them. Here's another question. Is Trump raping his wife? Do you rape your wife often? Here's another question. Will they lie for him? There's no lying. He's bulldozing over your whole criminal unconstitutional agenda, withdrawing out of TPP, you name it. He's delivering. Your answer is, will they lie for him? Keep going. Stop. That's them trying to get them to curry favor, saying to Spicer and others, we'll make you big stars in MSM. We'll make you big stars in mainstream media, in dying dinosaur media. Come to us. Come to the island of harpies. Come to the siren song. Come to us on the river Styx. Get on the boat with Charon. Come to the loving land of dead media. Oh, never mind the skeleton faces. Just come as we fall and fail. We'll pat you on the head in a bubble in D.C., make you feel like you're powerful. Trump's biggest problem is going to be infiltration and blackmail by globalists into his operation. That's going to be his main problem. And he will need a Praetorian Guard of people watching to stop that. Skip the break. I want to cover this. This is too important. Let's continue.
The one thing that whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, you have your integrity. I may tell a reporter I can't comment on something, or, I'm not able to discuss that. But
hit pause again.
And I don't think.
Should we play Gibbs saying he was told to lie about the drone program that had existed for 5 years and say it didn't exist? Because you're the ones that have this whole history of being discredited. Then they cut out of context to Spicer saying, I have my integrity. I may not comment on something. And then they're implying he's already lying. See? Let's go.
And I don't intend. I would argue that anybody who's an aspiring.
Pause. See, they're trying to imply that Spicer's already lied. They've asked him about aspiring people and how they should be successful. He's telling them just about the code of ethics. They're implying this is a code of ethics because of Trump lying. So the first thing he does is, again, lie to you, all because he has a head that looks like a donkey's wee-wee. Okay? And so that's his credibility. Here it is.
Communicator, adhere to that. Because if you lose the respect and trust of the press corps, you got nothing.
You've got nothing, he says. So does Spicer have anything? Has he squandered all of the goodwill he's built up over the years? Or is it a chance to repair this relationship? Can he win back his credibility?
All right, pause again. He's saying Trump doesn't have credibility, which he has total credibility with people that are thinkers. His support is expanding as he delivers his agenda. But this little nobody says, as if he's the authority up here as the big mommy dictating reality, will he win back his credibility? Will Trump, will Spicer, will you? You've been discredited when they're the ones that have been discredited. Again, everything he says is about himself. Everything he says is a fraud. Continue.
This is all about credibility, after all. Take a look at what else Sean Spicer said. Again, this was a David Axelrod out at a university 3 weeks ago. Axelrod asked a very important question.
Would you quit if you were asked to
it's not a question of, I can't. I don't think any communicator worth their salt can go out and tell a lie. You can't do it. I think it's one thing for a surrogate to say something, and again, I'm not by any means advocating that. I think you have to. You can spin the way you want, but I think to go out and tell a lie is something that's just not acceptable.
Well, now let's stop. They say, can Trump, and everybody went back to credibility, Trump's a big liar, Trump's a deceiver. That's what Don Lemon, all of them are saying is the talking point. Then they ask Spicer, who's being real with them, hey, would you ever lie? And he says, no, I wouldn't. So it all implies that Trump is there lying. What are you doing going to all these events because you're a journalist and now you want to be cool in the journalism world? You're going to be cool, Spicer, by being as far away from them as you can be. It's uncool to be in all these clubs of really traitorous scumbag people. InfoWars is super successful and dominant because we are not of their system. In fact, let's play Gibbs right now. Here it is.
When I went through the process of becoming press secretary, one of the first things they told me was, you're not even to acknowledge the drone program. You're not even to discuss that it exists. Wow. And so I would get a question like that, and literally I couldn't tell you what Major asked, because once I figured out it was about the drone program, I realized I'm not supposed to talk about it. But here's what's inherently crazy about that proposition. You're being asked a question based on reporting of a program that exists. Right. So you're the official government spokesperson acting as if the entire program, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Right, yeah. I think in many ways, and I think what the president has seen, and I have not talked to him about this, I want to be careful, this is my opinion. But I think what the president has seen is our denial of the existence of the program, when it's obviously happening, undermines people's confidence overall in the decisions that their government makes.
Think so? So here's the deal. You've got a whore media. That's not fair to whores. You've got a traitorous sellout media that will tell any lie and do anything, that is totally destroyed in a general election, shooting everything they've got at Trump and the American people and failing. And then they have the chutzpah, the bravado, whatever you want to call it, the arrogance, the hubris the just crazy double-down confidence game to then say Trump's done all this when Trump got elected being brazen and telling the truth and being naked in what he believes and being teleprompter free for almost all of his campaign. That's what they want. So you turn it all around after all your sellouts and all your lies and bring in the new press secretary weeks before he's in office, this was from 3 weeks ago, and say the gotcha question, would you tell lies for Trump as if Trump's a liar? I'm done with the piece. It just gets worse from here. I mean, these people are just absolutely despicable liars. And by the way, those aren't even strong enough words. These people are trash. I mean, these are empty, horrible people that would do anything the powers that be told them. They're very dangerous people. These are your family's enemies. They want to make you poor. They see you as bitter clingers. They have it out for you. It's their ego. They're better than people. And they get off on Obamacare to impoverish you and call you dumb effers and thank God you're so stupid. Ha, 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 like a bunch of Skeksis laughing. And that's all over, jackasses. They'll still be evil fighting good, but humanity's standing up. Feel it? You've been attacking a sleeping humanity. And boy, you were really proud of yourselves as the Lilliputties, weren't you? But you're just that, a bunch of little nobodies. So get ready. I hope you enjoy it, because humanity and liberty is rising.